Hey fam, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to compare Tesla's best selling models. The Model Y, the Model 3, and the Cybertruck. Now these three vehicles are the number 1, 2, and 5 best-selling EVs in the United States of America right now, even given the current climate. And for 2025, all of them have been updated. So first things first, so what all new Teslas share now is the drive mode is here on the screen. So reverse, drive, all on the screen, no more stalks. No 2025 Tesla has that. Now, what you'll see is the 2024s will have the all the 2024 Model Ys that are not the update will have a stalk to put yourself into gear, and the updated Model 3 Highland that came out a year ago, and they dispensed with all the stalks, and this is it. So for 2024, even if you buy a leftover, that's what it will be. And your settings are going to be here. We're going to go to dynamics. We're going to go insane because we're going to take this to the max here. Sport handling, steering weight. Okay. And I'm going to do the auto shift on this car. It's beta. I'm going to do the auto shift. And let's see how well auto shift works. Now, auto shift is available in every 2025. I'm going to confirm that it's available in the 2024s. So fam, here we go. I don't really need this side one, but here we go. So now, when I put it into auto shift, I no longer have to now select the drive mode. I'm just ready to go. It's ready to go, and it's telling me to step on the accelerator. All right, we're gonna take it out, and we're gonna see what the ride is like. Excuse me. The Model 3 performance is ridiculous. In its performance envelope. It's faster than the Porsche Cayman S. It's faster than the 911 Carrera and 4S. This is indeed a beast. Now, this doesn't have any premium features on it. Let me see something. Yes, and it does have FSD. We are going to test the FSD out on this car in a little bit, but right now we're going to test the speed. So I'm going to take it onto the highway gonna take it onto the highway. All right, so I've got the steering heavy, and once you set it, it's still very light and supple to maneuver when you're at low speed. So if you want to park or anything like that, the heaviness comes as you increase in your speed. And now the steering is definitely weighted. But although this is 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds, it doesn't have a jumpy throttle. And I shouldn't say throttle because that's for an ICE car. So it doesn't have a jumpy accelerator. Very relaxed, very lean back. I like that. You know what? I'm going to head to the highway. I'm going to head to the highway here. And then see. Okay. And you don't have to slam on a Tesla for your acceleration. All right. So here we are at 0. Go. Wow! Oh, the speed, that was 0 to 30. The speed was mind-numbing. So, I would like to comfortably say that I don't need to go that fast. All right. And then I'm going to show you. Whew, literally, that made me nauseous. And that was just from 0 to 30. So 0 to 60, forget it. It must be absolutely ridiculous. And now they've revised the suspension on this. So owners of a 23 Model 3 or Model 3 Performance variant will absolutely notice the difference when you're going up to this car. All right, so the acceleration is fantastic on this car. And Tesla does have 3 models that are faster. The Model S Plaid, the Model X Plaid, and the Cyberbeast. But because of your low center of gravity and your closeness, your actual physical butt so close to the ground, you actually feel it in this car. Now I have to say something. I have it in all stiff soup. Everything is set to performance. So I have to say it's a little stiff, as in all Teslas. But the turning circle, wow. I just hit a turning circle from the turning lane and I didn't have to brake that U-turn. It took it nicely. So it's all good. Now we are going to test this out. Navigate to Tesla. I'm going to go to corporate drive. And now, guys, all Teslas now have, because of this new steering wheel control button, now your scroll wheel on your right takes over and does your full self-driving. Be attentive.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Merchants Concourse.
Okay, it's lane changing. It's doing what it's supposed to do. Now
turn left onto Merchants Concourse.
This is AI4. So AI4 is doing its thing. It's not the same AI4 that's in the new Model Y update and the new Cybertruck for 2025. Both of those have a front-firing bumper camera which feeds information into the computer and is processed by the AI. So it's slightly different. So I'm testing all of them. So, all right, I'm ready to intervene at any time.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Corporate Drive.
It's doing its thing. So FSD AI4 is a marked difference from...
Now turn right onto Corporate Drive.
Had me a little nervous there. I'm hoping that my rear camera catches it. All right. And as you can see, it's doing a good job. All right. It's doing a good job. It's taking me back to Corporate Drive. And then we are going
In 500 feet, turn right.
So, and again, the build quality on all Teslas has been
Now turn right.
steadily getting better and better to the point where
In
they
500
are
feet,
indeed
your destination will be on the right.
bulletproof. There's a protester, 1. All right, now I'm also going to do auto park right here where I got it from. So I'm going to disengage. Now, auto park, you touch the parking space that you want, press start, and let it do its thing.
Now your destination is on the right.
Boom. My impression is this is the sports car, sports sedan, fast car, everything you want. This is the Tesla for those people who want that. Okay, and now we've gone from the Model 3 Performance 2025 to the Cyberbeast. Now let's just check this out. Let's check out the info on the Cyberbeast. I'm going to set my dynamics again, same thing. I'm going to set it to beast mode. I'm going to apply brakes. Okay, so I've got it in beast mode. Now I'm going to show you the differences between this and mine, which is just the all-wheel drive version. But the Beast is a tri-motor, and it goes from 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds. Faster. Yes, it's faster than that crazy Model 3 Performance that we just came out of. And if I found that to be nauseating, wow. So now let's see how this burns juice. So this is a test demo model, but it's definitely killing, it's the way it's being driven. It's doing 555 watt-hours per mile. And literally on mine, when I took it long distance, I was able to get it in the 300s, and that's really good. Super efficient. Here, it's not being driven as most efficient. But all right, now, beast mode. We're going to test out all the features that I can. Now, let's see. What I notice is they don't have, this is the basic map. This isn't the premium connectivity map, which is satellite rendering of Google, satellite rendering and a variation of Google Maps. It's fantastic. The detail is great. These are okay, but this is typically what you find in every other car. except here it's in black and white. Let's see. I'm going to go, I can't do the stereo in here. All right, now, oh, let me go to dynamics. I want to go autopilot, full self-driving, extended. Let's see if the beta's here. It's not. So what I wanted in this one was, yeah. All right. All right. Here we go. We're testing out the Cybertruck now. So the only difference I've seen so far is this material is Alcantara. The pad, the dash pad cover is made of Alcantara, but that's the only way you can tell the difference between the two. I have yet to see. I'm going to tell you if this is a 25 once I check the VIN. But right now, I just want to drive it, man. All right. Okay. So the throttle is very, very aggressive. Very aggressive. And I've seen these in drag races, and from 0 to 30, it's remarkably fast. Remarkably fast. And then we're going to do the... I wish I could do some royalty-free music for you while I'm doing this. But every time I've included music inside of a video, viewers have, at least 1 or 2 viewers have complained. So, bro, you've come on to mess me up royally. I can't see ish now. Okay. All right. Oh, my. Oh, it's different. It's different. It's different. So you can, oh, it's definitely different. All right, so we're gonna do our 0 to 60 sprint here. The ride is the same as the all-wheel drive, so the suspension is the same. So I can only say the difference I've seen is that it's got an additional motor and the Alcantara. Other than that, they're very similar. And now in this mode, the accelerator pedal is remarkably touchy. And when I say touchy, I mean as soon as it gets an input, it's ready to go. Okay, I'm gonna drop it down to 0, and I'm gonna go to 30. And go! Wow, no. Oh, definitely, oh. Fam, that went from 0 to 30, literally, in just over a second, and it was painful. It was painful. So now we're gonna do that same test that I did with the U-turn. We're gonna do the same thing. Whew. A little nauseous, fam. Wow. Wow, that acceleration is ridiculous. So I'm coming to the same, I'm on a 4-lane roadway. I'm gonna go into the turning lane, and I'm gonna put a full lock on this thing. Now, all Cybertrucks are different from any other Tesla in that the steering is all electronic. It's electric steering, it's an electric connectivity to the wheels. There's no mechanical interface whatsoever with the wheels, the steering wheels. So with that, the processor takes your input and knows just what you're trying to do just from the inputs you're putting into the steering wheel. So you never ever on a Cybertruck put a full lock. You'll never do this. So all my brethren them from Brooklyn can't do this. Can't do it. So its full lock is about 100. I'm gonna see it maybe about 180 degrees. But here we go. Now, like I said, the acceleration crazy. Okay, so now here we go. We're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna hit this and bust a UE right here. I'm gonna be mindful of traffic because this truck is 19 and a half feet long. All right, full lock. I gotta break it. So it didn't, because of its length, it didn't do it completely like the Model 3, but still, good tight turning radius, but I had to break that. And now that we've done all that, we're now going to do this, which is fantastic. Okay, navigate to Tesla. All right, there we go. There it is. This gray Challenger is cut in front of me, but I'm going to engage right now. Now, you can't see it because that camera isn't so tight on this, but this card right here is telling me that if I want to increase or decrease speed, I just have to use this scroll wheel and it will do that. And a quick flip up will go 5 miles an hour faster, quick flip down will do 5 miles an hour slower, but each increment is 1 mile an hour. We're going to test it out. We're going to test it out and see how it goes. But I have to say, so far, the difference between the Beast is absolutely the performance. And I have to tell you, 2.6 seconds for a 6,000 plus pound vehicle is crazy. And even though your center of gravity is higher, you still feel that intense, immediate rush of speed, and the inertia is just, it felt like my stomach was somewhere in my chest. Faster, definitely, without question, than the Model 3 Performance. All right, now I'm going to trust it. You see the traffic from the screen, and you can see hopefully from that back camera, but there's traffic all over, you know, to my right. It has to navigate that, get past all this, and get back into the shopping mall where it's from. So you select the parking space, and now done. So for 2025, Tesla offers 2 variants of the Cybertruck, the all-wheel drive version and the Cyberbeast. These 2 cars here, these 2 vehicles here, are shod with Pirelli Scorpion EVs, and they've been specifically designed with Pirelli to develop a quiet, durable, strong road tire, and they really do provide quiet performance and definitely distance. So my all-wheel drive gets 325 miles. But aside from the tri-motor, these 2 trucks are indeed identical. So here's the difference interior-wise, because these both, the all-wheel drive and this Beast, have the tactical gray interior. Stereos are fantastic and are the same. They're identical. So you're paying the additional $20,000 for the third motor. A slightly different interior here. You'll see it's the same aluminum type material that's on the accelerator pedal. I'm looking to see if there's any more Alcantara more than the all-wheel drive, but I don't see it. Just this dash pad. And I have to say, I kind of like the material on mine better, but I really do like this as well. All right. And last but not least is the Model Y. And here we have the Model Y Launch Edition side by side with a 2025 Model Y non-launch edition. And even though this is the replacement for the Model Y, if you look, they look like two completely different models. And in fact, the thing that they do share is just their side profile. And it's only slightly that way because if you can see from this video, the Model Y update is in fact lower. They both have the same tires on them and rims, so it's 19-inch rims and the same size tires, yet the new launch edition sits lower than this long range that it's sitting right next to. The lines definitely have been changed for the back, but the profiles, see, the profiles are the only thing that are the same. But here you have just a completely different front and rear treatment and a completely different design language. So even though you can look at a 2025 Model Y next to a 2025 Model 3 and see that they share a kind of DNA, one just seems a little bit more sleeker and updated. This Model Y Juniper, in its launch edition form, is definitely a different type of car. So I'm going to get into it deeper, but for those looking for a deal, I would say the 2025 legacy version of the Model Y is something to definitely consider, particularly if you're in the gig economy. But let's get into my review of the Model Y.
I'm pleased to see that most of you are performing well. Competition for command school is tough. Some in the higher ranks have failed to meet our standards and are being sent home. So, I may have the opportunity to promote someone. Look to your left. Look to your right. These are not your friends. They are competition. Give up the hard work. That's it. Sarah.
It's already now being blocked. It's just that none of us received any replies from him.
All communication is being temporarily held back.
Why, sir?
Don't you? Your families will not understand what we're doing. And none.
So here I'm getting ready to take a test drive in a Model Y launch edition. The interior definitely has been refreshed and updated, but it's remarkably different from the legacy version. As you can see here, there are different textures going on. There's Alcantara on the dash, there's Alcantara in the door inserts, and definitely front and back. The perforated seats gives it a nice upscale look. The design language has completely changed on the inside, so it's definitely more of a sophisticated vehicle. It's got power drop down rear seats. They also raise with power, and you can stop them anywhere in their way of travel. There's a back cover for the cargo. There's a storage area now in the rear part, lower part of the trunk, that literally that piece slots into when you fold it up. The front end is completely different from the Model Y. It shares the light bar design from the Cybertruck, but it honestly and truly looks like an entirely different model. And I'm going to take it out and let you see what it feels like to drive it. It is definitely a sweet, serene. I can feel the upgrades to the suspension. I'm going to test the acoustic glass. It is not as isolating as a Lexus LS, which literally encapsulates you inside the vehicle, and you have to, you're hard pressed to hear things on the outside, which has pluses and minuses. The minus is you can't hear everything coming at you. But let's see here. Let's see. It's just what you hear here. So it's just the hum of the intentional hum of the motor. Regenerative braking is working almost immediately. And now what they've done with this upgrade is that if you step on the brake, the mechanical brake, it not only mechanically brakes, it's giving you regen also. So it's putting energy back into the pack. Now, auto shift out of park is really good. So no matter what direction, so if you're parking in your garage and you head into your garage, if you step on your brake to go, it will automatically reverse to come out. You don't have to slip it into gear because it will realize that it's parked nose in. So, and the same as if you have an obstruction or something in the back, it will go forward, put itself in the drive once you have that selected. And those are the modes. We're going to try this now. We're going to try this, and let's see. Autopilot, standard. I like autopilot, chill, and I like my offsets a little bit better. Lights are on. Let's give it let's jump it to purple, because you know it's my favorite color. All right. Software, navigation, let's see. Navigation volume, okay. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. All right. We're out of here now. Quick. I love it. And if you ever want to get this full rendering, you just slide it to the side. So, and I do like this satellite view. Let's see how good it is. Not glitches at all. So here I am in Manhasset. All right. So now I've got this. I've gone from chill and light to. I won't be able to do the 0 to 60 test again because the police are all out. And not that I'm going to be speeding, but I'm going to be bringing it up to speed. And I don't want them to question that. Navigate to Tesla, Manhasset. Alright. And now, fellas, I'm going to engage it. There it is. Now, I've got to turn the... I know it's better, but I'm going to turn the peak of my hat. When you're wearing a baseball cap and it shades your eyes, on my Cybertruck, the monitoring system doesn't like the peak and is always prompting me to touch the steering wheel. And if I don't do it, it cancels FSD on me. And that's happened to me in the almost 5 weeks of ownership. It's done it to me twice. But if this is a harbinger of things to come as far as full autonomous driving, it's definitely doing it. The front bumper cam and just the computer that's in here and the AI4 is making this a great drive. Navigate to Tesla, Manhasset. Alright. And now, fellas, I'm going to engage it. There it is. Now, I've got to turn the... I know it's better, but I'm going to turn the peak of my hat. When you're wearing a baseball cap and it shades your eyes, on my Cybertruck, the monitoring system doesn't like the peak and is always prompting me to touch the steering wheel. And if I don't do it, it cancels FSD on me. And that's happened to me in the almost 5 weeks of ownership. It's done it to me twice. But if this is a harbinger of things to come as far as full autonomous driving, it's definitely doing it. The front bumper cam And just the computer that's in here and the AI4 is making this a great drive. Okay, I'm gonna give you a better video.